women's 1500 on the track. This race is sponsored by the Kingston Family Vineyards. Thank you again to them for sponsoring this race. They also sponsored a race in Kansas City. The Kingston Family Vineyards are longtime fans of track and cross country. They're especially excited to be sponsoring such a great field of women tonight and are hoping to help send some new qualifiers to Eugene.
I want to see Otto Bolden run like a sub 1000 and then get in the booth 10 minutes later.
Yeah, you're a hero. So tonight, hip 1, Dana Giordano. 2, Erica Kemp. 3, Dani Aragon. 4, Amanda Rego. 5, Abby Cooper. 6, Leanne Farber. 7, Alicia Williams. 8, Anna Shields. 9, Mackenzie Andrews. 10, Mary Kane. 11, Rachel Kratsky. And 12, Abby Goldstein. Our athletes are on the track.
Mary Kane was a scratch, I believe. She just not ready to race yet. I mean, coming back from hip surgery, there's no need to rush. But, you know, the trials are looming. We'll see if that's still in the cards for her. But we wish her all the best on her road to recovery.
So we are looking for the Olympic trials qualifying time of 4:06 flat. The Olympic standard is 4:04.2, and that is our rabbit up front. Jamie Morrissey doubling back after her victory earlier this evening in the 1500. And right on her is Dana Giordano, looking super confident and comfortable. Tucked in beside her is Dani Aragon of Empire Elite. And these ladies are starting to roll.
For those unfamiliar, Dana Giordano is the host of the More Than Running podcast on the CITIUS Mag Podcast Network. So check that show out wherever you get your podcasts.
They come through in about 47 flat, 300 meters. We can't express enough how important it is running for a standard tonight to have a rabbit that you know and you can trust. And Jamie is doing a great job as they come through 400 meters in about 63 high, 64 flat. So maybe a little bit on the quicker end, but it looks like Dana is fit and ready to go.
Yeah, and the interesting thing here is what Dana wants to get out of this race, which is serving a little bit as a tune-up if she decides to focus on the 5K at the trial. She locked up the standard last December, has recently been doing an altitude training stint in Park City, Utah with Erica Kemp, her teammate who was also in this race. So we'll see if she's just trying to get the wheels moving a little bit before she also competes at the Boston Boost Games later this weekend.
And then Dani Aragon, this is one of her first races of this season and year. Trains right here in New York, and she looks really comfortable. I know for her, she's been having workouts just starting to click a little bit, and I'm sure we're going to see some good things out of her tonight as they approach 2 laps to go in 1:55. Again, Jamie is doing a great job up front. The ladies tucked in behind her, feeling like they don't even have to look at the clock. You got a metronome and a rabbit up front.
Yeah, I'm still also waiting for that Dani Aragon moment to pop. She was a standout star at the University of Notre Dame, has been training here on the East Coast for the past couple of years, and this could be it. She's had her eyes on the standard for a while, and someone like Dana Giordano right in front of her is the perfect person to probably try and drag her to that.
Yeah, as they came through 800 meters in about 2:13, you saw a rabbit step off, and Dana immediately come and command the front of the race. Something that you might expect from a 5K runner. But someone that we want to keep a really close eye on tonight is Amanda Rego. We've seen her a couple times throughout the Trials of Miles series, and she's someone that a few years ago had a lot of injuries, but has a personal best of, I believe, 4:26 for the mile. So,
and 4:10 flat for this.
And, you know, I think that she was just 100 meters short in Kansas of really finding her legs again, and she's starting to itch up on the outside as they approach 1 lap to go. So she must be feeling strong as Dana comes through in 3:04, turning into 3:05. So they're looking for about a 61 close.
Let's see how that altitude has been working on the BAA squad. But here's Dani Aragon making her move.
Dani making a strong move. She saw the clock, and she wants that time. I believe her personal best of 4:09 is under threat right now.
Really opening up her stride here.
That final lap can be a little bit longer than you think, so hopefully she is, allocating her energy properly, but she's running with so much confidence with just 200 meters to go. She sees 3:37 on the clock and knows that a personal best and hopefully maybe even that Olympic trials qualifying time is within sight.
Maybe a little home field advantage that she's fitting into here. We've got some fans of Empire Elite
She's
in the stands.
No signs of slowing down as she whips around the curve.
3:55.
She sees the clock, and it is like a magnet. She's coming to it so quick right now. She knows the personal best is in sight, but how big of a time is it going to be? 4:07, a huge opener for Dani Aragon tonight. 4:07.6. That will most likely be good for her to get into the Olympic trials. It's not a lock, but what a wonderful last lap that she had. Really just dominant, showing a lot of strength to move that hard, that far out.
Like I've been saying on social media kind of all week, it's been good for New York sports teams and athletes recently. You got the Knicks in the playoffs, Islanders in the playoffs. Liberty were undefeated. The Yankees are turning it around, and now Empire Elite here with a strong showing.
You can see Dani and Jamie just embracing, so excited. Those two trained together for a few years with the New Jersey, New York Track Club, and still regularly get together for runs and workouts. Maybe a picnic in the park here or there.
Everyone loves a good picnic in the park.
So really an exciting race for her. We're going to get an interview down on the track soon as she catches her breath. Although, Chris, as you sit here coughing into the microphone, you can probably attest to the fact that it is not always the easiest thing in the world to do an interview after a race, because you're a mess 20 minutes later.
Yeah, the track hack. Ain't nothing like it.
For those who are not here with us tonight and watching YouTube at home, I can't express how perfect the conditions are.
It's great. Perfect conditions to try and run fast.
And now we have Allie.
All right, I've got Dani here. Dani, congratulations. Just missed the Olympic trial standard, but huge PR and the win. How do you feel?
I feel really good. Jamie took us out great, so I knew it was going to be a good opportunity. And yeah, we've been working really hard, so it's fun to get to run in our own backyard.
Yeah, you were kind of all sitting together until that last lap, and then you just took off. Was that the plan, hang in there and then kick it?
I mean, I was planning to just hang as long as possible and then kick, but I felt like surprisingly good with 400 to go. I was like, I knew we went through it a fast time, so I figured I'd go for it, and if I died, whatever.
You didn't die.
Yeah,
Great news. You didn't die, and you got the win and the PR. Huge congratulations. What's next? How are you going to celebrate?
Next week, I'm going up to Boston for another shot at the Olympic trials standard. So
you're right there. So close. Well, congratulations. We wish you all the best. Thanks for being here with us tonight.
Thank you very much.
So